Hey you, I'm the Queen of Shade. Welcome to the interview. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit my Cash App to support your favorite content creator. Now let's get to the interview. Mwah.
Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming to you with another special presentation. Moving full speed ahead, getting to know some amazing, amazing people. And having said that, I have someone that you need to meet today. I love an artist. And even before we started, we were talking and I just stopped it because I'm like, hold on, the chemistry is good. You know, we were talking. So I had to run over and do my research real quick. So this artist has a new single out. Yes, it's a new release and it's called How It Goes. And you guys have to check that out on all streaming platforms, just like I did. He can sing. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Mr. J. Gibbs.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Now, what was you saying? Now, what were you saying? You said, I know you this celebrity, you got all these clients. What were you
I was saying that, when we was getting everything together, I was just like, you a celebrity, you got all these people you interviewing, you here, there, you international, you got the Queen of Shade coming up. It's just little old me, Jay Gibbs. I'm nobody important,
Listen. When I've been in the entertainment industry for 20 years. 20
Wow.
years. Yes,
Yeah.
and it was behind the scenes. There was moments when I was out front and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it. And then it wasn't the time. It was just so crazy. And the last 6 years have literally changed my life. I made a decision that I wanted to be on the internet because I could reach more people. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I got tired of running around New York City trying to be seen in the middle of the summertime, sweating out my hair, sweating out my twists, showing up with the armpits, and you got to see model bookers and all of these casting calls. And I got tired of running around. I said, listen here, bitch, I need to be in a central location where I can show and express my own talent and see what happens.
Yes.
And, that was, for me, that was working smarter and not harder.
Exactly.
And then my grandmommy said, if you build it, they will come. Yeah. And honey, you should have seen, listen, Jay, you should have seen this when we first got started, child.
Trust me, but you know what? It's always like, it's a trial and error.
Yes.
You have to start small and you keep building. I have a friend of mine that, she does comedy too. And I remember where she started, and to see her now, I'm just like, wow, it's growth. It takes time, but anything that you want is worth fighting for and worth doing. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of you and your accomplishments. You know what I mean? These days, you could be anywhere as long as you have that social media out, and constantly putting out content. Yeah. You could get where you need to go.
Yeah. And I'm a content creating machine. For instance.
Oh, we see. Trust me, we see.
He said, I see. No, I literally was exclusively on Instagram for 6 years. My attitude was that was where I got my shine. That was where I went viral. Thanks to one of my buddies who I was actually, and it's so funny, before I was charging for mentoring, I was mentoring him. And then he turned around and he just paid it forward. He saw one of my videos. It was 15 seconds. I had on a crazy church hat. And I just, I was talking my shit. Shit. If you listened, it was real shit. And that's the thing. He heard it and he was like, and he shared it. And it brought celebrities. I literally went from 10,000 followers to 22,000 followers in one night.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. And back then, because I'm gonna be honest, they've changed it now. It's harder on these social media apps. It's harder to get the shine that your art and your creations deserve. But I'm going to say that here because I don't want anyone to be discouraged by that.
Exactly.
I want them to keep working, keep fighting against that algorithm. Just put your stuff out there. And the thing is, this is a business thing, business sense 101 here. What you do is you create the content and then you look for outside sources to promote it, to draw traffic to it. That's how you get around all of that. So that was how I did it. Then I would go to Facebook, I would go other places. And then there was a point where I made 5,000 flyers and put them indoors around my neighborhood.
Listen, you was out there grinding. That's what it takes.
God, I've never told anybody that. Oh, what kind of mojo you got? Wait a minute. I'm the one with the mojo. What kind of mojo you got? Wait a minute, J. Gibbs.
But you was grinding. That's what it takes. You got to do the footwork. You got to go put the feet, your pedal to the metal, or put your feet to the pavement and do what you got to do.
Yeah, I was my own street crew. Yes, I was. I was
your street team, your Hot 97 street team out there trying to get it out there.
Oh my God, Jay, you taking me back. Look at this. Look at this. I had this one poster. It was a famed fashion photographer from New York. His name is Joseph Blue. May he rest in peace. He died last year. Cancer related, but I'm talking about for over a decade, I shot with this man. Anytime I needed something done, I would go to Joseph because Joseph, he gave me the first image that I actually, how you look in the mirror and you want to see yourself?
Yeah.
And you go to photographers and you're like, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I don't look the way I think I look. And what I loved about Joseph is he was very low on Photoshop. He was very low on click, 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 click. He didn't do that. Joseph, in our first photo shoot, he was so detailed and he could see the picture before he snapped it. So what he would do is turn your head, turn your lower here, put your hand here, put your hand there, and then literally hold it. And he would snap the picture. And that was actually the picture. I think in the first photo shoot I did with Joseph, he snapped his camera 6 times and the shoot was done.
Yeah. And you know what? I've experienced, I do my little photo shoots. I do my little modeling and stuff like that. I don't want to say little, but I do modeling and stuff. Yeah. But I love photographers like that can get straight to the point, that tell me, they're like, oh, it's not going to take me long. I know what pictures I'm looking for. I know how to get the shot that I'm looking for. It's not going to take long. To me, it makes me know like, okay, this is a seasoned professional. They know what they're doing, because we don't have to spend 2 and 3 hours trying to get the shot. They already know what to do and they'll direct you perfectly. So I love photographers like that.
Get this. No shade to the photographers that click, 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 and then try to sell you all the prints. Okay. Because that's what that is.
Yeah.
They try to sell you all the prints. But no, Joseph was like, click, and it was done. And he was the first person that when I looked at the photos, I was like, this is the way I've always seen myself.
Exactly.
So listen, there was a reason for that. We back to the street. We back to the street team. It's around with me. It comes around with me.
It comes around.
Yeah, it comes around with me. So get this. I had this picture where I was standing against the wall. It was black and white. And I was 27 years old at that time. And I looked like I was 14. And literally, he didn't edit it or anything. He just knew. He came in right here and he just knew where to take that shot. And what I did was, because I'm from Philadelphia, he was in New York. I got these posters made. I went to a printing shop and everything. You know how they print photos and shirts. Yeah. I actually went to a big printing shop and I had them print me up flyers. And it said, "Lost. Have you seen me?" Wait, everybody was pissed with me because they're like, "Bitch, you looking like a whole child had been abducted on these damn photos." And then at the bottom, it said, "For further details, go to my Amore Muse YouTube channel."
But that's creative. That's how you get people drawn in.
I did know, Jay. Like literally, I was posting them, and a woman, black women know, they know a lot. So she walked up to me and she looked at me. She was like, "Baby, what are you up to? Because that's you." I'm trying to market my music and my talent. She was like, "Well, if it works," she said, "but that's kind of a way to get your ass beat because you looking like a whole abducted child."
Even so, but it's a gimmick. It got traffic to your stuff though, didn't it?
It did. A lot. A lot. I know
Exactly.
on that one little YouTube channel. I had that YouTube channel 15 years ago. I'm
Mhm.
still riding on the connections that I made 15 years ago.
Yeah.
My producer, I met through that channel. We've made 4 albums together. Like, it's been insane. Like,
Mm.
so many people. There's people I've interviewed that were supporters 15 years ago. And
Mhm.
now they're still with me, and they say the same thing. This evolution, honey. Like, they're like, oh my
But
God.
it's supposed to be like that. As an artist, you're supposed to keep evolving, keep expanding, keep putting creativity into your stuff, you know? So it's to me, when people say that, it's like, it's expected. Of course this is expected. I can't remain stagnant or the same all the time.
Yeah, that's true. So that leads me to my first question. You have a beautiful voice, and I
Thank
want everyone to hear it.
you.
You're
Okay.
very welcome. You're very welcome. I had to take the moment there and let you say thank you, you know?
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, as artists, you know, like Erica Badu said it best. We sensitive about our shit.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
you know what y'all don't see behind the scenes is we're in the studio and we're just sitting there, just like listening to the song. I don't like that. I can do it better. Oh no, I don't like that take. I don't like that take. Do that oboe. Oh, put this on there. Put that little echo on it. You know,
Yeah.
and it's, to me, you know, it's a little nerve wracking, but I love it because it's the passion that I have for it. It's nerve wracking when you in there because you want it to be well received, you know, because it's like a little baby. You want it to be well received.
It is.
So I thank you. Anytime somebody tells me that they like it, I thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm forever grateful that you even took the time out your schedule to even listen to my stuff.
Oh,
so,
God. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Wait a minute now. You are actually very talented, Jay. So that's the only thing. But get this, confidence comes with the more you do it, and the more feedback you get from it, because we're all sensitive about it. But this day, like at this time where I am in my career musically, honey, I do not. Please listen to my shit. No.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the Queen of Shade new project, and they run.
We'll go to it. Exactly. And I release stuff and people have done that. But still, you know, I love criticism. You know, I'm not one of
you said, he cussed at me. He cussed at me. I don't love criticism. Bitch, keep your opinions to yourself. I didn't ask you. You weren't in the booth with me when I paid the money and sang. Oh, I'm sorry, I went off. I'm sorry, I had a tangent.
No, but I mean, I have a certain amount, like, I don't like it from everybody, but I have a certain, like, I have a team around me that I'll be, okay, when I think that I finish a song, I'm just like, listen to this, tell me what you think. And I love that they give me honest truth. It's not like a lot of yes men around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, that ain't hitting the way it's need to be hitting. You know, maybe you need something different, this or that. So I appreciate it to a certain extent. Now, if it's just like a random person, like somebody walking down the street and be like, oh, your shit suck. Okay, but you still listen to it. So what's up? Thanks for the view. Thanks for the
like, the share, the view. Yeah. Exactly. The stream.
Exactly. But I got paid for that stream. Thank you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Look. But you know what was so crazy? A lot of my career, I did a lot of first. I was the first to sound this way as a man. I was the first to create this genre of music, because my genre of music didn't exist before I came. So like, I was the first to do a lot of things. I was the first to do shade the way that I do it, from a healing standpoint, from a protective standpoint, from a growth standpoint. Like, I have a lot of first in my career. So when you're the first doing something, you can't ask nobody what they think. Yeah. Automatically not going to get it, because their minds are going to run to what is familiar and what already exists. Yeah. So with me, that's where I got into criticisms and shutting people down about them, because I'm like, sweetie, you don't even understand what's going on over here. Yeah. You know, I had people say to me, oh, your career is booming. Why don't you move to LA? And I'm like, nope, that's not the move. Yeah. And they're like, oh, listen, I can't say their names, but I could be shady. I could be shady. I had famous producers and music people's teams call me. And my first song, the very first song, I put out and say, come on tour with us and this other famed, entertainer. And I said, no. no, thank you. And
Wow.
they said, are you fucking crazy? I said, yes. And then he said to me, why? I said, because sir, and I'm using that respectively, I'm not a fucking lunchbox. I didn't make this meal, prepare this meal, get the recipe right for you to come and slap your name on it like you made it.
Exactly.
They slammed the phone in my ear. Honey, they was like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And look at me.
Look at you now.
Yeah. And look
You out here getting paper.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? My money. It's not super, super magnificent yet. But honey, I own everything.
Exactly. And owning everything is important in the industry that you're in. You need to own everything, your copyrights, everything like that, masters, songs. Make sure you have the business done behind the scenes before you do anything, because people will try to take it from you.
Yeah, I got something to say about that. After I correct you, the business that we are in, you said you are in.
Okay, excuse me. Yeah. We are in the business that we are in. Yeah. That's all right. I'm with it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You are an artist. It's what you do. It's what you do. Like, you know, but no, like I've learned that the secret to really mastering ownership of self is you create this amazing content and you got to hold it. You got to give it time to grow and mature, and for people to be feeling a certain way, and then they need this song, and then you know, you really spend a lot of time waiting, and that's hard to do when you're a full-time artist like me, and you know, you got to make money. So like I tell everyone, I was blessed because my grandmothered me in. You know how they say they grandfather you in?
Yeah.
I was grandmothered in. She wrote me a check for 6 figures.
Amen.
And it allowed me the luxury of staying home and perfecting my craft. And it also allowed me, and still allows me, the luxury to wait until the craft has enough momentum, enough eyeballs, enough, you know, what's going on, talking, and people, because I'm like right now, I kind of, December 1st was the last post on Instagram because they were getting on my nerves. But yeah, they were getting on my nerves. I'll just tell the truth. They were getting on my nerves. But I still use the stories and my DMs and things like that. Now I'm over at TikTok. And honey, it's all new. It's different content. It's still what I do, being the shaman and oracle and seer and prophet that I am. But it's got a whole new face on it for TikTok. And they are loving me. And I just said that real quick to say that that's also part of it. When you know you got a formula, don't let nobody come in and change your variable.
Exactly. Don't let nobody get in your ear saying, oh, you need to do this, or maybe you should change this, you get further than what you know. No, stick to what you know, because what you know got you to where you are at that moment.
Yes, exactly. So let's take you back. Where are you from? Where were you born?
Okay, I was born in Florida, you know, down south, then grew up in South Carolina, then moved to New York. So in New York right now.
You're in
Brooklyn.
you're in New York. I'm in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a West. Yeah, I'm not. It's a hop and a skip. A hop and a skip. Yeah, it's just a hop and a skip across the pond. No, I'm not a West Coaster. I don't subscribe to Holly Weird. Okay. I'm not that. I'm not.
I feel you. I mean, I've as you see, when y'all get a chance, if y'all go look on my page, y'all see I'm in LA a lot, and just can't see myself. I understand where you're coming from, because I can't see myself in LA. It's just like a whole different beast out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, people be like, oh, LA is cheaper than New York. I feel like New York is cheaper than LA. You know, I'm not going to go into the specifics, because I could go down a rabbit hole about LA. You're not going to go there. But just know, you know, it's cool that you're not there, because it's just different out there. They move very differently out there.
They do. And I'm just like, I have some things in the works that may require me to make an appearance, but certainly I'm going to walk with my crown. You know how they usually say walk soft and carry a big stick? No, honey. I'm going to walk with my crown.
Okay.
Because I used to hear people say that to me. Oh, well, all of this you've built and this brand that you have is leverage. Oh no, honey, it's the show. It's what it is. I'm not selling shit.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, it's buzzing right now. I know a lot because of what I do. I know a lot of celebrities, and I've been blessed to, bump Zooms with them. Let's say bump Zooms, not elbows.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, it takes me back to my why. Why I started. And that it was out of tragedy. I found out I was bipolar, had PTSD and acute anxiety as a child. And I want to say this and then I'll move on, because I was speaking to one of my celebrity friends, like he's a celebrity. I was speaking to him last night, and I'm going to say his name because I tell him all the time, I always say his name. He's in the fashion community. I was a model, so, his name is Stevie Boy. He designed elegant eyewear for, the stars. And he also has, brands of clothing that he puts out, different names on the clothing lines and things like that. But I was explaining to him, because he was upset with me, but not really. He wanted me to join him in Panama a week ago for the LGBT music festival. And I declined. And he was like, you gotta come. So he was talking about next year, and he was talking about, and then he said to me, we moved off of that. And then he was like, bitch, I'm taking you on vacation. Because I told him off camera the truth. I said, it's been 20 years and I'm tired. And he said, you just need a vacation. You need a vacation. And he's like, but you won't pull the trigger. He's like, my friends got houses and villas and things. And when you have friends like that, I'm fortunate to have friends. He like, just say the word and we can be there. You ain't got to pay for nothing. You ain't got to, just come.
Just come through.
But I had to explain to him that, living with mental illness, I have a certain regiment that I live by that allows me to be able to do this. Because most people that live with what I have, they don't do this. Entertainment is not where they belong. It's too chaotic. And when you have, issues with mental health, you need more of a regimented, routine way of living. So that's why the internet was the best option for me. Because it allows me to, for a couple of hours a day, do what I need to do and express brilliance. But then I can let this go and go back to my routine, take my medicine, eat, do what I need to do, and still take care of myself. And as I was explaining all of that to him, he said to me, first thing he said, you need to talk about that. He said, because people don't get the sacrifices you've made and the extremes you've placed on yourself to do what you do.
And also, I don't mean to interrupt you. And also, you don't know that's inspirational to some people. You know what I mean? You don't, from the people that view you, you don't know who's going through the same thing you're doing, who wants to do the same thing as you. And they be like, well, I can't do this because I have this, I have that. No, you're a walking inspiration. As they say in the church, you a testimony.
Yeah, I'm a testimony. But he said to me, he said, I get it. I get it. Because I said a couple of things to him. I said, I'm not missing anything. He said, I have a lot of friends, because he knows everybody. He said, and I've never heard anybody say to me, I'm not missing anything. He said, I hear everybody say, oh, I'm missing out on this, or oh, I'm missing out on that, or oh, I'm missing out on that. He said, and for you, that's a big pillar for you to be able to say, I'm not missing, because I'm not. My life is exactly what it is. And I love it.
That's good.
And yes, I do want to travel. Yes, I want to live in Europe. I will do that. I will go abroad.
Really?
I've got the connections. Like, yes, I will. I'm trying to wait for COVID and monkeypox to go away.
It's like every month they make up something new, man.
Yes. Listen, and I don't want to be what Kelly said, caught out there.
Okay, yeah.
Caught out there.
Yeah.
All right. No, I don't want to be. But he said to me, he said, I get it. because I told him I have to go to bed at a certain time. I have to take medicine. I have to do this. I have to do that. But that's why the internet is perfect for me.
You can control things.
Yes. And this is a safe space. Safe space. And I'll just be honest with you and everybody else that's going to watch this. It also makes the brand more exclusive.
Exactly.
Because she doesn't come out for anyone. So when she does come out, y'all better buy your fucking tickets.
Exactly. It's a big deal.
It's
a big deal.
Okay. So it's twofold there. It's like she doesn't do this. So when she comes, buy your ticket.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so being in New York, you said Brooklyn, right?
Brooklyn.
What brought you to Brooklyn?
Well, after I finished high school, I was actually back then, a little bit more naive. I was just like, Ma, can I go to New York or LA? She's just like, you ain't going to LA, so you must be going to New York. She's like, that's too far. So, and she did it when she finished school. She went to New York. So she let me go to. So I was in New York grinding, going around singing, doing the little modeling stuff and stuff like that. And I actually went up there also for school. And I finished school and I just stayed. And it was just, it's New York. They said you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And I definitely do believe that. Yeah. I've been all over the world, around the world, and everyone's just like, oh, New York, New York, New York. But I feel like because I have the mentality now, like grinding mentality, I'm just like, anywhere, even if I were to leave New York, anywhere I could go to, I can make it. Because it's just, I got that in me.
Yeah. I'm a lot different than most people. Most people tell me I belong in New York because the hustle mentality is so.
Yeah, you hustle. You're out here hustling.
They not.
I thought you were in New York. To be honest, I thought you were in New York.
Philadelphians are not built like I don't think anybody is. Like,
so funny. I've been to Philly a couple of times, and I feel like I'm in the country.
Yes, like it's a big small town. It's a large small town, small-minded thinking. Yeah. Like, uber conservative. Bitch, how you conservative? You sleeping with his girlfriend.
It don't matter.
She getting ready to have a breakup baby. How are y'all?
No,
they're not.
It's crazy out here. But I mean, Philly is cool. I mean, I couldn't see myself in Philly, so more power to you. But it's nice to visit. I've been there. I've been to y'all airport a lot of times. Connections and stuff like that. But it's cool. It just reminds me of down south. That's all it does. It just reminds me of down south, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I haven't been in the city in a long time. I'm talking years. I live outside of the city. So I haven't, like, when I think I went last Thanksgiving because one of my babies came in from LA. He's an adult film star out there, and he came in and I met up with him and we went and ate, and it was great. But Philly, I think, because I was going to move west. I was not going to go to California. I was going to move to Las Vegas because the whole world travels through Las Vegas, passes through Las Vegas. Everybody's there. It's a big party town, fun town, and it's very progressive for artists. And I wanted to be in a city. I wanted to be in a city where if I couldn't get to Europe because of monkeypox, I could, work there. And it did have its advantages, but I decided against it.
Why is that?
I just was like, you know what? Why go spend 3 to 5 years in Vegas when I really want to go to Europe?
Okay.
And my grandmother said to me, it was my grandmother's decision, because she said to me, she said, baby, are you doubting yourself? I said, no. This was about a year ago. I said, no. I just thought that would be a good place for us to kind of, in case I need to make money real fast. She said, no, baby, everything you're doing online, we'll do that. She said, and don't do any connections. She said, go straight to Europe. So that's what I'm in the process of doing, is to just take the brand and just, and one thing I love about it is I've built it because of this. I can do my job anywhere in the world.
Exactly. Well, let me ask this, since you keep talking about Europe, where do you plan on going in Europe?
Paris!
Okay.
Paris, absolutely. With stops over in Lisbon, Portugal.
I've been to Lisbon. My first time. It's beautiful. it's so interesting. If y'all don't know y'all history, I learned it when I was out there. You know, Black people settled Lisbon, Portugal first.
Moors, yes.
Yes, they came in first and settled that town, and then they were forced and moved out.
Yeah.
So I was just like, wow, we really did start a lot of stuff in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So get this. Listen, I gotta do my job now because we just talking, we shooting the breeze. I gotta do my job. Hold on, I gotta do my job because everybody's watching. Everybody gonna watch this and they're screaming at the screen. How?
Get to the point. Get to the point.
No. They love when we talk, but there's questions because you're saying it and they're like, is she going to catch it? And I just have to show them that I'm clairvoyant.
Okay.
So what allows you to travel in such splendor? What is it that takes you around the world? What do you do? I usually don't ask that, but what do you do besides being an artist?
Well, you know, it's the artist, and then some people hit me up for modeling, so I go out and model. But most of it is just, you know, the money from some of the things that I do, and I just travel. I like to travel. I like to see the world. You know, in school we always read about all these countries and doing this, that. And these last couple of years, I've been heavily into traveling. Like Dubai, just came back from Thailand, been to Portugal, Paris, London, all around the US. And it's more places that I'm going to this year.
Yeah.
But I want to see the world. Why not? You only live once. I'm afforded, thank God, the opportunity to do these things because of the things that I do, whether it's music or the modeling. So why not? You know, my mom said, fuck it, do it. You know what I mean? Why not? You know, even though I don't need her approval, but these are things that I wanted to do. So I want everybody to do that. You know, I be telling people like, you know, hey, go. Why not go? The flights are cheap. Go. Especially, I hate to say it, during COVID, the prices were unbeatable. Round trip ticket to Dubai for under $500. Like,
people were scared they were going to get stuck. You weren't scared you weren't going to get stuck?
No, I wasn't scared.
He was like, shit, prices is down. I'm going down.
Yeah, that. Listen, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, but you know, that is so, but you know, one thing that I do love about, like you said, international travel is because I'll be 40 in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't, that's good. That's
okay. Flag don't crack unless you do crack. Okay, I'll be 40 in September, but when I was 22, I actually got to go to Paris as a model for 6 months. And that experience being there in London, and you could touch so many other places. What it did for me was it opened my mind to see more than just what was happening on the home front.
Exactly.
And I understood that the world was a larger place. It gives you a better sense of self when you understand that the world is larger than your block, you know, your block.
And then when you go to these other countries, there's certain things that they have in their laws, and they're just like, yo, America is sort of backwards. Why ain't we doing it like that? Like, for instance, you know, they putting these bike lanes everywhere, but when you go to like Spain and stuff like that, they have the bike lanes in the sidewalk, not in the street.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, well, why aren't we doing that? You know what I mean? I get it. They're trying to go green, but they're doing it the wrong way by taking away part of the road and making more congestion and stuff like that. It's when you travel abroad, you see a lot of things. So you'd be like, well, why ain't America doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a give and take. It's a give and take.
But you know what? You're right. There are a lot of things that America is backwards on, especially healthcare. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Caught something in my throat. I had to stay in a hospital in Paris for 2 months. You think I got a bill? You think I got a bill? You think I got a bill? They took the best care of me. I ate the best food while I recuperated from my manic episode, which I haven't had a manic episode in 15 years, but
you know, it's politics that goes into that, and we're a capitalist country, and even if you try, the lobbyists will lobby against it. You know what I mean? It's so many things that go into it.
You are a man that is well informed. We gotta crack this. Hold on. We gotta crack this code.
You know, I feel like everyone should, no matter if you live in a extravagant lifestyle, if you're an artist, a singer, rapper, model, you need to pay attention to current events because there's a lot of things going on that you need to be aware of. Don't be oblivious, you know?
Yeah. How do you handle it with all that's going on?
I pay attention to it, but I don't let it bother me to a certain extent to where it's just like, oh my God, I'm sitting at home, racking, you know, what I could do. You know, it's just what everyone is saying. If you want to change things, you have to change it on your local level. So you need to go out there and vote. Just don't vote for the president or senator. You need to vote for your the local
Governor.
judges, you know what I mean? The state senate, the state legislature, you know, you got to pay attention.
Yeah. Wow. Political aspirations are there in the future?
Absolutely not.
What you say? Not here. Not here.
Not around here. That ain't me.
No.
Because I feel like they don't be talking the way that they need to talk. They don't ask the questions that needs to be asked, and they don't stick up for the people that they need to stick up for. Don't get me started. Like I said, I'll go down a rabbit hole, but no, that's not me. Because I'll be sitting up there cursing out people, be ready to fight, throwing shit. You know?
You're spirited about it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I wanted to work, like that was one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to add to my repertoire is to work for the United Nations. I don't even know if they've created this yet, but I want to kind of be some kind of ambassador worldwide for the LGBTQIAP plus community. Like I want to go and be able to, you know, with the United Nations protection and money, not my money. Not my money. We're gonna change the world. We're gonna change it with all this money. Not my money. But and go and try to finesse better living situations and understandings and relationships between, you know, the Pride community, because it's Pride Month, the Pride community and the country.
But it's just like what you said earlier. You were the first in a lot of things you do. Why not be the first?
Yeah. Yeah. And I like honestly, I saw someone, I did see another personality doing something with the UN, and I was like, okay, good, you know, but I don't know if it was what I want to do. Yeah.
So, to the extent that you want to do.
Yeah, to the extent, because I want to travel Africa, you know. Hell, if the UN sends enough guns with me, I'll go to Russia.
Right.
Get enough guns with me, protect me, honey. I'll go to Russia and say, gays need to be free here.
Right. But you know, if that was the case, because you're such a high profile person and that you will be an ambassador, you know, nothing would happen to you.
But see, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand about careers in the arts. You work your ass off because it's not just the money, you gain the respect.
Yes.
And that's the thing. When you are X, Y, and Z, you can do. My vocal coach, Deb Chamberlain, out of Southern New Jersey. Deb has worked with some amazing voices, including my own. She always said to me when I was, because I've known her years, since like what, 2006? Yeah, something like 2006. So, but she always said to me, when I first started, she said, you know, I noticed that about me, and I was honest, I could own up to it. She said, when you first sought fame, you sought fame because you wanted to smash it in the faces of the people that didn't believe in you, smash it in the faces to the people that tried to keep you down, smash it into the faces of the family members who didn't support you. Yeah, I made it. And then in my journey, I grew up. And she always says to me, you use fame now as a tool. It's a tool. So that's why this is even born. This platform was even born for YouTube, because it's like, okay, everybody says to me, I get the DMs, you're a star. Why are you talking to all of these people? You don't have to. You need to be interviewed. And I'm like, how great is it that I have enough humility to shine on other stars, other people doing amazing things like that, like they don't understand you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
Exactly.
And you show off some amazing kick-ass people.
Yeah.
And get it. And I'll just show my whole hand here. And then they go off, because you never know what a person's going to be. So then they go off and become these huge mavericks. And then they mention, oh yeah, I remember you. I talked to you years ago. You know how many times that has happened to me? And then listen, my friend that I was talking about that helped me go viral, he got his first Hollywood radio spot, and he was being interviewed. And I mean, thousands of people were calling in, and I don't know, the divine is something. I was the first call he took.
Look at that.
On air. And he was like, oh my God, it's the Queen of Shade. He was like, you don't understand, this is my mentor. And he's going off about me. And I said to him, and then he said, what's your social media so they can follow you? And I said, no, this is your moment. And
Mm-hmm.
I just call to celebrate you in this moment and say that I'm so proud of you for what you have done.
Yeah.
And that resonated with the people that heard it even more than me saying,
do more.
yes, than saying, oh, my social media is. No, that's not what you do.
Yeah.
Celebrate them. Like I always tell people, I say this a lot too. I am so excited because I have a podcast with 258 episodes and I just started a new podcast. I work. I got a whole bunch of shit going
You
on.
work, baby. Working.
Yes, honey. I'm about that work because I'm about that coin. I'm about that.
Right?
I'm about that residual coin. I need that residual coin.
That part. That part.
Yeah, and that passive coin. You know, that passive income while I'm sleeping.
Exactly.
I need that coin. So, like, yeah, but I have a podcast and I do those different things. But it's like it's so amazing to honestly connect with other people and to do and let's be honest, in a safe space. We're on our best behavior. I've never been disrespected on my platform, and I never will be because I know how to hit delete.
Exactly.
You know, like I control so many things and I don't want to give that up. Like this is why it will always be this way. Like I want to, like, listen, my friends in Paris, they're like, honey, you and that voice, come over here, sell your music, do what you need to do, talk, do TV, come on, do it all. And then literally I can get on this and literally pop this open and, you know, literally talk to anybody from around the world. Diplomats, ambassadors. Like they were like, oh, honey, you are flexing your journalism skills. And I never went to school a day for journalism.
Exactly.
Never went to school a day for, I didn't go to school. I didn't listen. My vocal coaches
some
never
people have it naturally, but some people have it naturally. They just have it naturally, and that's what you have.
Yeah. It's been quite a journey. So tell me, you're in New York, you're modeling, you're singing. I saw that your song, or it says project. Let me look at this right. See, I got you pulled up right here. New release. Is it an actual project?
I'm working on the project. I have a couple more. I've recorded a lot of songs.
Talk about it.
But, you know, as you know, you record a lot of songs and you go through and you be like, maybe this one better than this one. I don't like that. Let's just go back in the studio and record. But I'm almost done. I only need 2 more songs. I'm going to record 2 more songs, and then we'll have everything else for the project ready. And then it's going to go into promotion. Is going to be put out there. Y'all going to listen. Y'all going to be like, oh yeah, I remember him from the Queen of Shade, all kind of stuff like that.
No, but get this. I want to say to you, when you go in the studio, I know how nerve-wracking it can be.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Remember that you were there because you can do the job.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be given a shot. You're there because you can do the job. And allow me to also say this, you're there because you're paying the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. I recorded my first project. I actually left home. I left home from Philly and I went to Atlanta because I had been working with my producer remotely. Like that. And my grandmother said to me, she was just like, it will sound so much better if you go record with her. Because my producer, female. Shout out to Minnie on the board. She just put out her first album and it's dope as hell. Kara Tavers, gotta shout her out. But no, she did. But I remember recording my debut album with an upper respiratory infection.
Wow. And look, you did it. You pushed through. You know yourself and you push through. That's just like other celebrities. Like, you know, they said, listen, y'all don't know what I went through in the studio while I was recording this. I was sick. I was doing this, but I got it out and it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You
know? Yeah.
But it's so funny. It's so funny that you say things like that, because actually when I recorded this song, I was sort of nervous because the songwriter at the time, which some of you may know, he's a big celebrity now and everything like that. And he was saying some of the things that you were saying to me. His name is Breland. You ever heard of Breland?
Yes. Oh my God.
He wrote that song. I went to Atlanta and I recorded it with him. He wrote that song.
See, you already, but see, because I gotta watch your ass. You a mover and a shaker.
Yeah. He wrote that song, and because he was sitting there, just sitting there, he was like, "What do you like? What do you like? What do you like?" I was just like, "Oh yeah, let's do something. What do you have? What do you have?" And I was like playing some beats that I liked, and he was just like, "All right, bet." I was like, "I like that beat right there," and we just started writing, and he finished it up for me, and we went in the studio. We did some of it in Atlanta, and then we did some of it in New York.
You know what I love?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know your destiny, although I could peer into it as a prophet and a shaman, but I'm not. I'm not going to. Not right now. But
Not right now. Not right now.
I'm going to preface it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it is your destiny to be major label or indie,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say that it is imperative that you keep good people around you
Yeah.
in the process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is imperative that you and that you feel comfortable with the projects.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. But I was going to say this too. Whether you're indie or with a major label, isn't it amazing how you can run around and you have the control over
Mm-hmm.
who you record with,
Mm-hmm.
who you write with, you know, the vocals, the vocal arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
You have such control. Like for me, I don't see how anybody could give that up. You know, if you know, people say that they're power mad, but I'm like, how can you be power mad if you want somebody to manage your whole career?
Exactly. And you have no input into it.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
no, I like literally when I walked to Atlanta, my crown was on.
Mm-hmm.
My crown was on. I was the one. This is what I want, and I loved it too because I have such a unique mezzo soprano voice that it sounds like a Disney character. So I love that. We used to laugh because my producer, when we started teasing and putting out the teasers as we were recording, we
Yeah.
teasing on social media the song, so like millions of people heard these, like, oh my god, I can't wait till this comes out, and then my album gets leaked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or,
But get this. When you're in charge, like you said, we got all kinds of songs. So it was 24 songs on that album, and they kept putting it up. I got my lawyers involved. Yes, I have those.
mm-hmm.
And an accountant. Yes, I have that.
As you should.
Yes, as
Should.
you should. Yes. I got them involved, and I said, okay, they keep putting it up. I'm gonna do one better. I released a deluxe album with an additional 26 songs on it, and my debut came out with 50 songs on it. They stopped messing with me then.
Yeah.
They stopped messing with me.
Absolutely. You shut them.
Yeah, shut them the hell up. But I just don't see how a person could give up that, you know, that authority, that control. Like, I will always. So I started my own LLCs. I have to do it my way. I have to do it my way. And as I was telling Stevie last night, Stevie boy, my friend, I said, you know, it has to be done my way. It has to, for my health sake, for my sanity sake, for my pocket sake, you
For
know.
your,
Yeah, for my brain.
you know yourself more than anybody.
Yeah, because you know what it is. You sign and they're, oh, we love you, we love you, we love you. You're so amazing. And then year two, oh, we thought that we would just take this away, just this.
Yeah.
Then oh, well, yeah, we like that, but maybe we can sit down too. Yeah,
little bits and pieces of you.
yes, and then finally it's, well, we own and control your likeness, so we don't want you to wear wigs and dresses anymore.
Yeah.
Just wouldn't go over with middle America.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
You're not about to change me. You know, this is what made me who I am. You wasn't saying anything when you first started. You was just like, oh, we're all for it. But now, okay, now you want to change me.
Yeah.
Nah, kick rocks.
Yeah. And every artist that I talk to, I give this talk because it's like, you don't understand what you're giving up. And get it. You know, we move and we get all excited when we see the likes and the views. We get excited. But the likes and the views don't pay you.
Hello.
The content you created pays you. And think about it. Think about this music that they call the oldies and the greats that you hear in credit card commercials, car commercials, on television. You get paid every time the commercial comes on.
Yeah.
Elevator music. Macy's, while you shopping, they got all, you get paid, you give up your future earnings.
Mm-hmm.
It's your future. Like, get it. They give you, yeah, you get it up front. Oh, yeah, they gave me a couple meal. I'm fine. I got a couple meal.
You gotta.
Baby, listen, Monique said it best. She said, and shout out to Monique. She said, telling my great grandbabies that I was in a movie, look at your great grandma being in a movie, is not enough.
Yeah.
She said, I need to be able to tell them, and the house that we live in on all this acreage and all of your college careers were paid for because your great grandma was in this movie.
Exactly. But this is what goes back to what I was saying earlier. You got to know the business. You need to know the backstory of the business.
Yeah.
You know, you don't let people just sell you a contract. Read your contract. If you don't have a lawyer, you could get a lawyer to read over a contract for you and just pay a fee for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An entertainment attorney. You know what I mean? Know your business. Know the background of everything.
What's your sign?
Gemini, man.
Right. That's why I'm a Libra. We're air signs. But honey, you too smart. You too smart. I'm gonna tell that whole world. You smart as a whip, honey. You smart. You're smart. But that's the thing. That's what you have to be. And it's funny that you said that, because before my grandmother ever put a single dollar in my hand, she made me study for 3 years the business. And then it was an ongoing thing. And you know how they say, kind of like, they say when you go for a PhD, you do this dissertation and you create this manifesto, and then you have to defend your dissertation. Well, I didn't get it from an accredited school, but my paper that I wrote on the business was 636 pages of research that I put together, that I learned. And I'm still adding to it as I go.
Yeah.
Like the business side is what got really good to me. It's my favorite side of the business. I like to know, listen, it's so funny because I can do this.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on behind it, where it's going, this is that, and the other, how the editing, like with the money, follow the dollar. Follow it. If you follow the content, you will follow, the dollar will come. And get it. I told everybody, oh, I was on social media 6 years, Instagram 6 years. I didn't make a dime. A single dime. And then I'm like, and get it, I would get with my grandmother and cry. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? There's so many other content creators out here making 6 and 7 figures. What did I do wrong? She said, baby, you did nothing wrong. She said, what you did was you came out of nowhere. They didn't know you.
Yeah.
You had to establish your reputation.
Exactly.
And that takes years.
That takes time.
Have to see that you weren't some fly-by-night novelty act. And now they know. And now things are coming to me, like the Ovation Agency out of LA asked me to step in for Pride Month and interview all the panelists for their new Fox Soul show, The House. That fell in my lap. I think I told you about that.
Congratulations. Yeah, you did tell me about that.
I'm doing that. You know, they asked me, and that's the thing, they asked me. Like, I'm like, oh my God, they see me.
Yeah.
They see me, finally, they see me.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, no, it's not finally. They've been watching, and they wanted to see if you moved in integrity. And again, are you going to fall into scandal? People, listen, because people don't understand these brands that we create go out to mass market. That means middle America. That means children. That means future generations. They can't afford for you to get out there and crash and burn.
Yeah.
They're going to put all this money into you for endorsements. People pay for promotion. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. But then you end up in a scandal.
Wasted their money.
Exactly. And they won't do that. They won't do that.
That's one thing.
Years to establish my reputation. But I tell people, look at how hard I worked. My Queen of Shade videos, there are 22,000 of them in 6 years. Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah. But you know what? I remember, you know, what you're saying, how that resonates with me. How I remember was, you know, one thing about the ownership, I remember seeing Teddy Riley and I was sitting there talking to him and he was like, write every day, put content out every day. And then I saw Ryan Leslie and I opportunity to sit down and talk with him. And he was just like, he said almost the same thing along the lines of Teddy Riley. He was like, sit there, write every day, put content out everything. But he was just like, both of them said, which are important, which how it ties back into what we were saying, own your shit.
Yeah.
Own all your shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can write your own ticket. See, I can pick this up and go to any country of my choosing.
Mm-hmm. Like him.
Like Paris. And get there in Lisbon. Because get this. Lisbon first, because I wanted to get dual citizenship, but you know how hard it is in France to get dual citizenship.
Yeah.
But get this, if you go to Lisbon and you become a citizen, it opens you up to 28 other countries in the EU.
Mm-hmm.
And France is one.
You found the back door.
Yes, and one of my friends told me that, and I'm telling everybody, because get it, honey, you ain't me, so you can't stop me from going. You can't stop me. But Mr., you ain't telling us everything. You was talking to Teddy Riley, and who was the other one? Ryan Leslie. How do you get the opportunity to talk to them? Tell us the tea. Tell us.
Well, it was a coincidence because I used to have this PR firm called The Legion. Okay. So, you know, they would invite me to industry events and I go there, you know, interview with people and stuff like that. And those connections led me to meet with these people. And so when meeting with them, it was just in passing. It wasn't like a whole 30, 45 hour conversation.
They don't take all that.
They don't take all that. They just drop nuggets. You ask them 1 or 2 questions, how you doing? And they talk, you ask them a couple of questions. I was asking more about the music industry because I was on my grind. Yeah. And, you know, and they give you a couple of nuggets. You don't want to sit there and be the annoying person to sit there and talk to them all day. Just get what you need to get and move on. You know what I mean? And I didn't, you know, we were out. I didn't want to, you know, the libations were going, everything like that. I don't want to be sitting there stopping them from partying and stuff like that or doing what they need to do if they're getting paid for an appearance. I don't know. But I just they sat there.
Yes.
that they sat there and talked to me and gave me some wisdom about some things. That's why I say it all throughout the this interview. Know the business, know the backstory of everything, own everything. Yeah. You know, and even if you get somebody to come in on managing you and stuff like that, make sure they're for you and not trying to change you as time goes along. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you know, there's a lot of managers out here. You need like I hate to say it. Well, no, you need a manager like Matthew Knowles. You know what I mean? Like he made sure that them girls was on point with everything. You come in on the team, but you're not about to change shit around here. This formula works. Is that what you said? This formula is what works. Don't come in changing nothing. You just adding. Yeah. You know what I mean? Get on board or get the fuck off the train.
I love when you talk like this. Because you can tell, but you know why? Because you can tell, like me, you like the business. You like the business. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually like I've even moved into mentoring other artists because it's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I said last night to my grandmother, I was like, artists need to know this. Like they need to know.
That's how they get taken advantage because they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at you. Look. You are serious.
I'm just because I see a lot of friends that do it and stuff like that, and they sometimes I'm not no mentor by any means necessary.
You got nuggets. You dropping nuggets right now. What you talking about? They don't take all that. You dropping nuggets right now.
But I just listen to certain things that they tell me, and I'll be like, "That's not right. Maybe just suggest. Maybe you need to try this, or maybe you need to do this. You know what I mean? It sounds like this ain't right, or the math ain't mathing what they telling you. So you need to see what's going on."
Yeah, I have been blessed that for the last 6 years, my accountant, shout out to Jerry, that's my accountant's name. Mm-hmm. He has kept me away from the IRS. Because my God, but you know, like when you are in the pursuit of knowledge, there's a book I want to know from you. There's a book that the industry, people that are progressively woke in the industry, they swear by this book. It's called All You Need to Know About the Music Business. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of it by Donald Passman?
I don't know, but I have a book. It might be the same book. I don't know who the author is. It might be the same book. Yeah. But I remember my mom got me a book when I first started. And she's like, you need to read this book because I read it. You know what I mean? Because she was invested into seeing me succeed. Yeah. It was called Music Business 101.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, that's another one.
I forget. So I was sitting there reading it, and that's how I learned all these things.
Yeah. No, like like, and that's the thing. I got little signs along the way that I was doing the right thing, because you would think, oh, Donald Passman, he's a huge entertainment lawyer. He's busy. You can never get to him. I've spoken to him twice. He actually got me my lawyer.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because people think you need to be polished. I wasn't polished back then. But like you said, I knew the business. What was coming out of this made sense. And he was like, oh, and that's what they don't understand about people that are already established in this world. If they see that you know what you're doing, they'll drop a nugget. They'll assist you. They'll pay it forward. Yeah, they'll pay it forward.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll definitely do that.
Yeah, they will. And it's
Absolutely.
a wonderful thing. So tell us, mister, does your album have a name yet?
Not yet. Okay. Not quite yet. But we running through some things, running through some names and stuff like that. So
will this be your debut? Will this be your debut? Will this be your debut album?
Yeah. Because I released some EPs and some other stuff and some singles and stuff like that. But this is a full body of work. So, you know, I'm not being hard on myself, but I want to make sure everything is right.
Yeah. 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 You have your standards. And
yeah.
That's what you're supposed to trust me. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. It's me and my producer, we get along so well. Like, and like, there's like, get it. When I first went to her, I was standing in the studio because, you know, you have to be careful who you work with.
Yeah.
But I had always heard before there was all these things. I always thought everything was my fault. I thought it was my voice. I thought I was having problems. And I remember getting with her after working with her via the internet and then getting in her studio. I literally cried the first hour of our session because I had so much junk in me that I had been told. And she was like, that's not you. That's not your voice. We didn't come here to change you. We came here to record what you do.
Yeah.
And she got me, when I tell you she got me all the way together. And I sang that album with an upper respiratory infection. But that was the thing. She had to deprogram me. And that's what people need to understand, where you know, there's so many people that are not licensed, you know, because anybody can get into music. Anybody can start an LLC. Anybody can tell you, oh, I do music and I want to manage you. You don't know if they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Or they make you into what they want you to be and not what you want to be. And I thank God, like my vocal coach's husband, Robert Wynn, he was the first producer I started recording with, and then Kara. And, you know, it just was, they were such great people to me, because like they always said to me, you're unique. You don't sound like anyone else. And that's your blessing, because if you sounded like anyone else, the curtains for you, they put the kibosh on you, because they already have that, you know. And if they were not trying to resurge that person's career and music, intellectual property, get it out there and sell it again, they won't sign you. That's when I learned that people will sign you to get you out of the way.
And then put you on a shelf you.
Yes. And then you done signed your intellectual property, your likeness, your trademark name. You done signed everything over to them, and you'll never get that back.
Yeah.
I was reading, and I usually don't bring up celebrity news, but I saw a little blurb because my grandmother brought it to me. But Anita Baker recently saluted Chance the Rapper.
I saw that.
Helping her obtain
get her master's back. Yeah.
And I'm like, and get it, people don't understand. It's not that she's fighting to resurge her career. That music is worth money now.
Yeah. But that circles back to what you were saying earlier, generational. That goes generations. That's her great grandchildren, you know?
Yes, and she has 2 boys too. That's their children's
exactly.
children's legacy.
Exactly.
But you know, I think I want to say this before we go. A lot of people don't realize that being an entertainer, an artist, a recording artist is just like any other job. It's actually corporate America. You literally work your way up the ladder. A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list does exist. Like, they don't understand that, you know. And you said something earlier. You were like, you know, I didn't want to bother, you know, these people while they're out partying, because I was always invited to parties, but I never went. And they asked me why. And I said, because business isn't discussed at a party. Business is discussed in an office in the morning when you're on your best behavior and I'm on mine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't play. Even I was like that in Paris. They would always say to me, "Where did you go last night? We partied all night." I went home and went to sleep.
Yeah.
I knew the next day I had to try to get into the fashion shows without invitations that I got into because of my look.
Exactly.
My look alone, like literally, my look alone. I saw so many shows and it wasn't just standing room. I had seats because people were like, "Oh my God, are you here to be a model?" And I said, "Yes, I am. Now help me." So, you know, like, and they gave me invitations, but yeah, like this.
Get it. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. This is like people don't understand. It's like even with this content on the internet, I have every single piece of content, every video I've ever posted, I have backed up on hard drives. My grandmother is so freaking insistent that we have a safe deposit box with nothing in it but terabyte drives.
Yeah.
Because
content is money.
Yes, it's the future. Yeah. It's the future.
Yeah.
Take these damn things and books, all kinds of things, television, you know, like you can do so much with what I said.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, into it. We have had a fantastic conversation.
Yes, we have.
Enjoyed you.
Enjoyed you too.
So much. So we're not going to go just yet because I want you to talk about the music you have put out. Please talk about the EPs, where they can find them, your music, the one that I just read there, the new release that's out. Please tell them where they can get all of this stuff.
All right, you get all the information. Everything is located everywhere. You know, social media is everywhere. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music.
Right.
Pandora, running the station, is there. Trust me, is there.
Is it all under J. Gibbs?
Yes, it's all under J. Gibbs.
So I want them to understand that it's J-E-Y.
Yes, please. It's J-E-Y G-I-B-B-S. Don't put up J. Gibbs, J-A-Y, because somebody else gonna come up.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We all go to look. Go to look. Ain't nobody got the artist name, the Queen of Shade. I own that trademark.
Yeah, but if it's all on there, and even if you go to my Instagram page, I think I have a link there that links you to everything on there. You know what I mean? J-E-Y-G-I-B-B-S.
You make it easy for us, like I do.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the public needs.
You know, people have a short attention span. You know, you got to make it easy for them.
Yes, you do. You got to be able to.
Yeah.
And people don't understand because even when you're doing this, it is moving your audience along. Point of sale. You got to get them there to where they commit and buy. Like this is exactly what we do every day. I applaud you for being a very smart entrepreneur and an artist.
Thank you.
So I say have fun on your travels because it sounds like you're gonna be outside in your hoochie daddy shorts. Running around in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, the hoochie daddy shorts. Tell us where you're going next. Like where's the next destination?
The next destination is my mom said that she wanted to go to Italy, so I'm gonna take her. She doesn't know yet, so
tell her not to watch this. Now look what you did. But see, people do that to me. Y'all always do that. Y'all spill your guts to me. I don't know. It must be this big old anointing. I just feel so comfortable. Now, look, she can't even watch it. I can't even send it to your mama now.
But she doesn't know. But she said that she wanted to go there for her birthday. I took her, she never been to Vegas. I took her to Vegas one year. So she never been to Italy. She's like, I want to go to Venice. So I was just like, all right, but she doesn't know yet. So when her birthday comes around, then I'm going to be like, hey, here's, you know. You
already know. You've been to Italy, right?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say, so you already know, honey. Bring her an empty suitcase because them leather shoes, them real leather Italian shoes that aren't so expensive over there.
Yeah,
she gonna have a field day, honey.
I know, but this is her first international trip, so I want to do something special.
That's so good. You love your mama, like
I'm a mama's boy.
My grandmommy is my mommy. She raised me. So yeah, I take my grandma everywhere. I said to her yesterday, I said, it's buzzing. I'm like, they might need us in LA. She's like, I ain't going. I said, oh, yes, the hell you are. I said it just like that to her. She looked at me. I said, yes, the hell you are. I'm not going over there by myself.
Exactly. You coming right along with me.
But she's my partner. She's my partner in all of this.
Yes.
Shout out to the Queen Mother, the Duchess of Slay. That's her whole name. She gave herself that name. Listen, she gave herself that name, and she gave me the Queen of Shade. She was she was in the hospital. It was so crazy. It was New Year's Eve, and I said, I need a name. I'm blowing up all these followers. What am I gonna call myself? She said the Queen of Shade. I said, I can't be that. I don't know if I can live into it. She said, you can and you will. And I did.
Yes, you did. You live up to the name.
Yeah. So, and it's not so much shady shade anymore. It's more of a protection, more of a building, sample the fruit and grow with me.
Yes.
Kind of thing now.
Yeah.
I still got a little shade in me though. I still got just a little shade. So tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on all social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. At J Gibbs. Again, that's JEYGIBBS.
Okay, good. And I asked you in reverse, but I don't care. It's my interview and I can do that. Give me 3 words that inspire and empower you.
3 words that inspire and empower me: strength, wisdom, courage.
Strength, courage, and wisdom.
That's
been inside of me all along.
Look at you! Look at you!
It's India Irie!
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna only saying that because I don't want nobody trying to tell me knock on my. Bitch, you owe me money. Right. Shout out to India. Yeah, shout out to India Irie.
Those encourage you. I think we spoke about all 3 of those things in this conversation. You know what I mean? And hopefully, you may not know me yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hopefully this conversation between me and you inspire a lot of other people.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. And just throw on a pair of Hoochie Daddy shorts. They'll know you. They'll know you. They'll know you. Put on some Hoochie Daddy shorts. Yeah. The black man sells. Let's close it better. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Listen, you already know we got each other numbers, child. Like, we've been texting.
Yeah.
It's been love. So I'm just so excited. So
thank you.
Thank you for being here with me. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings. I say this every time. Of Mr. J. Gibbs.
Yes.
He's an artist. He's an artist. But he knows the business as well. So if you have any questions, he'll charge you, but you can get little nuggets from him. All money is good money.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, I don't do pole dancing, but hey, all money is good money. Don't go anywhere. Say goodbye, but don't go anywhere. Bye. So did you enjoy? I hope you did. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to cash at me at the Queen of Shade. I am your favorite content creator, right? Right. You want to see more of this content, right? Right. Cash at me. I love you. Mwah.
I've got my black stilettos on. Don't you make me take them off. I'm assuming first position. Gonna show you I'm a boss. I've been given 60 seconds just to put my thing down. I'll have you wanting my stilettos by the time I turn around. Turn that TV down.